When I'm out rock climbing, a lot goes through my head. I've jumped out of airplanes, I climbed really steep things, but oddly enough, I think I'm still afraid of heights. Kind of crazy that I still do it, but it's good to feel your heart pumping. It's good to know you're alive.
Paradox Sports is an organization that's based in Colorado that does national programming around disability. So if your arm's missing, how to climb without an arm. If your eyesight's missing, how to kayak without being able to see. If the mobility in your legs is gone, how do you have experience with wilderness when defining your new normal? Just regular hiking isn't exciting, but when you take hiking and then you add a giant peak like the Grand Teton and essentially you introduce risk, it becomes much more applicable to the veteran mindset. War is like climbing a mountain. You have to be prepared before you go in, and you have to deal with objective hazards when you're there. And the decisions you make directly affect your well-being and the well-being of the team.
My Humvee was hit with a rocket-propelled grenade. I came home in 2008, I couldn't spell my own name, I couldn't walk without a cane, and I could barely speak. I had been this helper, this medic that had saved lives, and for the first time in my life I needed help. And I didn't know where to turn to for help, and I didn't even know how to go about getting it.
Now of all the times, and of all the places, is this how it goes?
But when I get out with Paradox Sports, and now we're out here climbing and we're in these really risky situations again, relying only on each other. So it's hard to be numb in those situations.
You can get more therapy from simply going on a nature walk with a bunch of guys than a year's worth of sitting inside of a head shrinker's office. It's just amazing how it happens, just because we'll just walk around and next thing you know, we're talking about what's bothering us. Because we understand why it's bothering us, where a lot of civilians just don't tend to get it. Like another guy who's been down that road would get it.
Like so many before me, that's how it goes.
We don't have to have the same disabilities, but somehow we all get it, and we are so bonded. You'll never see more bonded people than the veterans. And so I was home. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah, how you feeling? Psyched?
Yes. There's that part of me. Come on, girl, you know, you've got fibromyalgia, what are you doing? And then I look into all their eyes, and we're gonna do this. We're gonna do it together, and we're gonna stand on that summit because we're all summiting our disabilities.
Because these mountains and these rock climbs, all these walls, it's a metaphor for what I'm doing. You get to a wall, you can stop and stare at that wall. You can't go around it, so the only thing to do is go over it. And that's what we're doing here.
So while it took 3-4 years at the VA to kind of get help and get physical therapy, one day with Paradox Sports put me on this path, and this path of change that's made me the person I am today.
It's amazing. I almost wonder if the person before could do what I do now. And it's made me embrace it and embrace the strength that the disease gives me.
Everything is gonna change.
If you can have somebody say, this program saved my life, then it was completely worth it. When you have people say that being on this experience or taking this trip has allowed me to make the decisions in my life that now go towards well-being, you're successful.